basketball team. We will now hear Rowan Bilik's senior speech.
Thank you, Julia. Hey everyone, I'd like to start off this speech with a quote. It reads, "This kid is literally so goofy, bruh." A quote by the well-respected genius and St. Stephen's legend, Mason Dillingham, talking about me. Yes, I am goofy. I sometimes struggle to keep serious for long periods of time. Whether it was constantly losing it looking at memes with CJ during my freshman year study hall, to this day trying not to laugh when the most random stuff happens around me. I guess in that way I'm quite childish. I've been called Beavis and Butthead by Mr. Johnson. I've been reprimanded by Miss Johnson, who was my freshman year art teacher, for having too much fun in her class. At games, I've helped start We Want Bama chants whenever we are winning, and I've attempted to commentate a soccer game in Spanish with Braden, although neither one of us knows any Spanish at all. We mostly just ended up screaming whenever anything happened. However, as I've gotten older, I've started to feel more and more pressure to conform and stop messing around so much. I've literally been told to stop being so friendly and joking with people and to be more mean because the world around me is. Shout out to one of my old coaches for that nugget of wisdom. That always stuck with me. It made me think of the term man-child that has such a negative connotation in our world today. People often use it to describe a man who doesn't fulfill their responsibilities to others. That is what they thought I was becoming. He seemed to somehow think, since I joked around with the opposing team and didn't treat them like my mortal enemy throughout the game, I was somehow incapable of doing my job. I hated that frankly wrong assumption. I've seen too many people in my life who hold themselves down because all they focused on was their work, their responsibilities, and taking themselves so seriously. It's admirable, really, but I see it as misguided. These people often become unhappy as they start to resent their own life a little more because they're not having as much fun. At school, I can see the same phenomena on a smaller scale. The truth is that school, much like work, can be quite mundane or just plain hard at times. People are always chasing that grade or stressing over that assignment, all with the excuse that every little thing they do has a direct impact on their future. Of course, growing up and thinking about the future is required for all of us to do. These are some key years of our lives and how we formulate our individual habits. But at the same time, we are all very young. In a lot of ways, worrying about the future isn't currently worth it. All the students in this chapel are between 14 and 18 years old, except Kizzy. Me and my classmates may be the oldest in this school, but we are still kids in the grander scheme of things. So I don't get the obsession with acting completely serious most of the time. Especially to all the freshmen and sophomores, I implore you to take a bad grade in stride. Your dream college will not care about a random poor performance of yours. So, just learn from your mistakes, have a laugh about it to ease your mind, and move on because it's not that serious. It can be easy to get down and think of only what's going wrong or what anxiety is currently hovering over you. We've all been there because we are all human. But the good thing about being goofy is that I can come back from almost anything. Many bad things have happened to me during my high school life. Everything from something simple like bad test scores to the death of a loved one overseas when COVID prevented my family from being there. Everyone copes differently, but for me, I lean most on my friends where I felt most comfortable being myself. I've always just loved trying to make people laugh, no matter how silly that may sound. Something as simple as being undoubtedly stupid and childish helped me with one of the most adult issues a person can face in this life. So don't stop laughing. Don't take yourself too seriously, because as soon as the world seemingly crumbles around you, you risk crumbling along with it. Now I'd like to give some thanks to all the people who have helped make my high school experience great. Firstly, I'd like to thank all of the teachers, faculty, and coaches at the school. I appreciate all of you for contributing to the great environment here, and I've learned something from all of you. I'd also like to thank my parents. Dad, you work so hard for our family and always push me to be great. Mom, you're a saint and take care of everyone so well. Haley and Sophie, thanks for both being great big sisters and being someone I can always talk to. And lastly, shout out to all my friends. Mason, Justin, Caden, Cole, Kissy, Jamie, Ben, CJ, James, Danny Boy, and everyone else who I simply don't have time to mention. Thanks for all the good times. Thank you.